I'll cook the, okay, we'll cook the meat. But my question is, I remember Physics 101, and then 102, and 201, and 202, and as you learn the laws of physics, every now and then something pops up that's just kind of weird. All right? You learn Maxwell's equations, which describes the behavior of electromagnetic radiation, the behavior of light. And they're really beautiful, except there's an asymmetry in there. There's like, you can have particles that have electric fields like electrons, but you don't have isolated particles that are their own magnetic fields. There's always a plus and a minus stuck together. So they're not symmetric that way in the equations. And it's like, you cringe when you see that, because part of us wants some beauty and symmetry to the universe if it is, I don't know, we're holding it in very high expectations for what we want to find. And then you go back to the early universe and you find out that one out of 100 million photons did not become a photon because symmetry was broken and it made only one matter particle. Whereas all the other interactions had matter and antimatter, they annihilated and became photons. And we are made of this 1 in 100 million stuff that's left over. Something broke in the early universe. And I ask you, why aren't these bugs in the program that we're dealing with?
So I'm going to actually answer that.
You got an answer for that. Very cool. Very cool.
So it's definitely not a bug in the program, because in both these cases, the underlying laws actually do exhibit symmetry. As Jim knows really well, that it has to do, if in our description of electromagnetism, you have electrically charged particles. There's an alternative description where the fundamental particles would be magnetic. That's not the universe we find ourselves in. So a lot of the symmetry is broken by the actual state of the universe we live in. So it could be that the laws of nature have some underlying symmetry that gets broken at some point.
So who's breaking it?
Who's breaking? The universe. The universe.
That's not the answer. I'm looking for a little more insight into who's breaking the laws of the universe than just the universe.
Well, here's a simple example, okay?
Well, just to be clear, we come up with what we say are laws, and then if we see an exception, we say that there's a case where the law is broken.
No,
and we're okay with that.
Suppose I have a pencil.
So sorry, symmetries that are broken.